Hey everyone, this is Friedel Harper AJ Raven, and I am doing a reaction as well as a review video of the Stranger Things 2 finale, which is titled The Gate. I might upload reaction videos for the previous episodes as well. I'm not sure yet. I still need to edit them, but I was like, might as well get the finale reaction video and review up so we can like talk about the series and what I expect from season 3, 4, and I guess the Duffer Brothers said that they'll like end this whole thing with season 5. So yeah, The Gate. Let's start. Finally, these two got to meet. And when I started watching this series, I was like, I wasn't expecting 11 to show up right in the second episode. Even though she didn't get to meet Mike, at least she was part of the season. So that was interesting. Oh, this is not going to end well, I guess. Mike is angry. This this feels like a very natural reaction from a kid. I like this reaction. It made sense. She noticed his deed. Will she like shake her? Makes sense. Makes sense. What? I'm enjoying everything about this scene. The mother is not playing around. Steve deserves better, yeah. Steve deserves better than Nancy. I mean, he's looking for love, but Nancy can't give it to him. So it's better off with someone else. Oh, come on. So these two are mending their relationship. I like Hopper as a character, but he needs some parenting. He needs to learn some parenting skills. But I like the father and daughter dynamic between these two characters. So of course the kids want to go and do something. It makes sense for the kind of characters they are. I don't know about you all, but Billy is giving me these queer, closeted queer vibes. Oh, oh, Lucas, good job, Lucas. Oh, fist fight. I mean, come, it. Steve will lose. Billy is crazy. Ooh, nice thinking, Max. Good night, Billy. This is going to be very interesting. The kids brought Steve with them? How did they manage to carry him? Steve is going to go crazy. The demon inside Will is not going to like this. Oh, come on, Dustin. Is he going to be okay? This thing might come into play in season 3. Let's burn everything. Ooh, nice thinking, Nancy. Yes. So now these demi-dogs are going to go towards the kids. Oh, it's out. But where is it flying off to? Will is back. Oh, okay. Steve got to use the bat again. Is that dart? Good plan, I guess. Okay, this is quite intense. Okay. I mean, she has grown so powerful. It's awesome. And of course, the demi-dogs attack. Oh, yes! This is amazing. This is awesome. Bart finally got a funeral. Lucas and Max, I get it. I like them as a couple. What was that? Why? Okay, so this is too sad. Okay, Dustin is crying. 11 needs to arrive. I feel so bad for Winona Ryder because of the whole Bob thing. That was a very emotional like scene. Eleven needs to arrive. 11 will arrive. She's here. So I guess everyone is happy. I still don't see any sense in this. Is something going to happen? I feel like something is going to happen. The screen is turning. It's flipping. Something is going to happen. Okay. It's not dead. So yeah, guys, that was that for Stranger Things 2. There were 9 episodes in the season, and I enjoyed every episode of it. So might as well do a review of it. So yeah, I'm going to do a quick recap and review of this. Most of my thoughts will probably be written by by one of my writers on the Geek Theory. So the link to that will be down in the description in the comment section below. Anyway, just quickly, let's go through all of the characters this season. First of all, the kids. Let's go through the kids. Will got a lot of screen time in this season compared to the previous season, and he's a very good actor. But yeah, and he ended up being a host for the Mind Flare. That's the name they gave to the huge shadowy creature. Now, I need to see in the next season, I would like to see Will being more proactive rather than being some kind of conduit or a host, because in the previous season he ended up getting kidnapped. In this season, he ended up becoming a host. In season 3, I would like him to do something more proactive to help fight. I mean, he's more of an artist, a drawer. So it was, I don't know, I need more from Will, except not just some drawings that other people have to figure out what to do with. As far as him dancing with a girl in the dance event at the end, I don't see any sense of in it, because as far as I'm concerned, Will is probably queer. We'll find out, I guess, as the character grows older. Then we have Mike. Mike, compared to the previous season, didn't have much to do in this season. He's shown being someone who really misses Eleven, and it was very touching to see him trying to contact Eleven every single day for an entire year. And it also made sense that he didn't want Max to join their party, but in the end he decided that he lets her in. And yeah, again, Mike as a character didn't have much to do, but it was still fun to see him. Then we have Lucas. Lucas, again, compared to the previous season, had a lot to do in this season, because in the previous season he kind of separated from the group. Also, I like him being paired up with Max. I think it makes sense for Lucas and Max to be paired up like that, and also especially because Lucas the one who decides to tell Max about the secrets that the party keeps about the Demigorgon and Eleven. As for Dustin, now Dustin as a character, the actor has very good comedic timing, but as far as I'm concerned, the whole Dustin and Dart thing didn't sit well with me, because Dustin is supposed to be the character who watches a lot of films, who watches a lot of movies and plays a lot of games. So I was like, Dustin should have realized that this little creature, that weird amphibian creature that thinks that he's keeping as a pet, is probably a demon. Like he shouldn't have kept it a secret. And I mean, come on, that demi dog ended up eating his cat. But yeah, again, Dustin. But only that thing didn't make any sense to me. As except for that, Dustin again was a very enjoyable character. Then we have Mad Max, a new character, and I'm very happy that Stranger Things decided to bring in a new female character to the kids' party. She is interesting. She's going through a lot because of her stepbrother Billy and the kind of person Billy is. So it made sense that she was first closed off, and then she started opening herself up and becoming friends with the rest of the group. And also, I liked that she put her foot down. She was like, if you guys aren't telling me what's up, I'm not going to be friends with you. So that was a very good character aspect that I liked about her. And yeah, she knows how to drive cars, so that's something I guess will come into play in season 3 too. Then yeah, all of the kids are done. Let's go to the grown-ups now. Hopper. Okay, fine. He took care of Eleven. They ended up having a father-daughter kind of dynamic relationship. I like that a lot, and he kept her safe for an entire year. However, Hopper needs parenting skills. I guess the loss of his little daughter due to cancer was had such an impact on Hopper that he didn't really want to let go of Eleven. Even, I mean, Hopper could have at least taken 11 to visit Mike, or he could have brought in Mike to visit 11, because having a little girl not interact with her friends for an entire year, that's bad parenting. And of course, that kind of is what leads 11 to leave Hopper, leave the cabin, and stuff like that. And also talking about 11, I really enjoyed the fact that she ended up appearing in this season right in the second episode, because I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe 11 will, because everything about her was being kept secret before the season's premiere. So I was like, maybe 11 will only show up in the last 2-3 episodes, but no, she had an whole arc about herself. She ended up meeting her mother. She ended up meeting her sister, to per se, number 8, Kali. And she also ended up meeting that scientist who made her. So it was a very interesting character arc for 11. Like, 11 can like do her whole own show too. So it was awesome. And also 11's powers have grown a lot, and I liked that a lot. And again, sending 11 to a huge city when she doesn't have much social skills, that was a very interesting dynamic to see, like how 11 interacted with the rest of the people when she ended up meeting her sister. As far as her sister is concerned, I think we'll get to see more of her, and I also like the fact that her sister had different powers than 11. So yeah, I guess season 3 we're going to meet, maybe Kali will come to Hawkins, or maybe 11 will go visit her as well. Again, talking about the grown-ups, we have Bob. Bob was a very fun character to have in the series, and I was really sad that he ended up dying. Then we have Will's mother. She is a very smart person. She can do a lot with puzzles. Like, she ended up like putting together all of the drawings of the vines and the tunnels that Will made. So that requires a lot of logic and brain power. And one of the things that I really like about this season or this series is that the grown-ups are dumb, especially Hopper and Will's mom. They are not dumb, because if you look at other such series, you would see that the sheriff is always dumb. The sheriff doesn't even know how to do their job properly. But that's not the case with Stranger Things, and I enjoyed it a lot. Also, before this review ends up being too long, let's talk about the teenagers. We have Steve. I felt bad for Steve because Nancy doesn't love him, because Steve really, really loves Nancy. And I mean, he loves her so much that he ended up changing who he was from the previous season, and he ended up becoming a better person because of Nancy. Do I want them to get together? Of course I do, but Nancy needs to really love Steve too. If she is just like putting too much effort in it, or if she's like trying to love Steve, then I would rather that Steve ends up finding someone else. As far as Jonathan and Nancy are concerned, I'm not a huge fan of that pairing. If they get together, okay, fine. If they don't get together, that's fine too. And yeah, Jonathan and Nancy had their own little thing in this season, and it makes sense, because giving Nancy something else that was related to Barb. And yeah, and she is a quick thinker. Nancy has a good heart, so I like the fact that how she ended up recording what that scientist said about Barb dying and Will's disappearance, and how she used that to shut down the Hawkins lab. So that was very interesting as far as Nancy is concerned. However, I was expecting more from her character, because I feel that the whole little mini arc involving Nancy could have been done in like 1 or 2 episode tops. So it felt like it was like dragging along. Then we have Billy. Now this is a new character. He's Mad Max's stepbrother, and yeah, he has such this weird machismo about him, and he doesn't respect girls when he's talking about them, and he has a lot of interaction with Steve, and yeah, and his father also beats him up because he doesn't respect his new stepmom. And I don't know about you all, but the way Steve looks and how he talks and how he interacts with others, especially with Steve, how Billy looks and stuff like that, I have a feeling that he's queer. I'm not sure yet, and I think he's queer, and trying to deal with those emotions and also being paired up having Max as a stepsister and a new stepmom. I guess that's the reason that Billy is like acting up like that. So maybe Stranger Things 3 might explore Billy's sexuality. I'm not sure yet, because as far as representation is concerned, compared to the first season, we had a lot of race representation in the second season. Like there were POCs in the season, you could actually see POC families. So maybe the Duffer brothers might end up giving a different sort of representation through Billy and maybe even Will. Anyway, as far as the Mind Flayer is concerned, it's still alive. I don't know how it's going to end up coming to Hawkins in the third season, but something is going to happen. And yeah, let me know what you thought about the season down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.